in Dolphin Tale 2, I had a real advantage over Dolphin Tale in that I was writing now, I knew who I was writing for. I knew we had the original cast back. We had Morgan, we had Ashley Judd, and we had Christopherson, and we had the two wonderful kids, Cozy and Nathan. And I knew when I was writing it who was going to be saying the lines, and that's a pleasure that writers don't normally get. So I could hear Morgan in my head as I was writing, and I know his cadences and how he talks because I've just directed him in the previous movie, so in Dolphin Tale. So it was great to be able to just sit and write with Morgan in my head and Harry Connick, and I know how he says things, and I walk around talking like them and help. So writing the dialogue was a lot of fun in this because I knew the actors. To me, the story of Dolphin Tale 2 is about life and about time passing. I have a line in there at the end of the film when the young lead, Sawyer, says, you know, talking about how things change and that change is inevitable, but we just have to embrace it. And that's really what Dolphin Tale 2 is about to me. The children have gotten older, the aquarium has grown, a new dolphin, a baby, arrives. Time goes on, and we're not going to turn the clock back. We just have to embrace this wonderful, rich tapestry of life, and that's really what Dolphin Tale 2 is about to me. Sometimes people say that you can never invent something that is as fascinating as reality. And it actually did happen this way. We wrapped filming on Dolphin Tale and had a big party at the Island Way Grill, which is the restaurant next door. And we had a big wrap party, and there were hundreds and hundreds of people there. And a phone call came during the night to David Yates, who is the man who runs the aquarium, saying that a baby dolphin had been picked up. They had nowhere to take it. Would the aquarium have room? Could they take this baby rescue in the middle of the night while the party was going on? And David said yes. And interestingly, the only reason they could take Hope is because for Dolphin Tale, we had built another pool for the movie. So there was a spare pool because it had been built for the film. So in the middle of the night, in comes this ambulance, this rescue team, with this baby dolphin that nearly died about 4 times on the way. Poor little thing was just fighting for her life, and they put her in the pool there at CMA, and this all happened. And meanwhile, of course, word had gotten around to the party. People were coming out of the wrap party, and they were standing around watching this dolphin being rescued. And I've talked to a couple of the rescue team who were saying, who are these people? Get them out of here. What's going on? It literally happened the night of the wrap party. So I recreated that in Dolphin Tale 2. Yeah, at the beginning of Dolphin Tale 2, we find Winter alone and lonesome. Dolphins are very sensitive, intelligent animals, and I really try to make that point in this film. So she's alone, and she's not doing particularly well, which is a concern for everybody there. And there is actually a regulation, government regulation, that dolphins, because they're so social, are never to be kept in a pool alone. So they need to find a companion for her, and that's really that's sort of the engine that starts the story. Clay has a real difficult decision to make. Their mission is to release Mandy. On the other hand, they had figured if Mandy was unreleasable, that she could be paired with Winter and solve Winter's problem. So the character of Clay has a very, very difficult decision to make in the middle of the movie, and it affects everyone at the aquarium. And I love that. I think that is exactly the way it should be. The work that these people do, the decisions are not easy. And I know at CMA particularly, I know how much these people care about the work that they do and how they agonize over difficult decisions. Nathan Gamble is such a good guy and such a good actor, and I knew this on the first film. The thing that Nathan Gamble brings to the character of Sawyer is a sensitivity and a subtleness in his performance. And I think more than anything, you feel the strength of his bond with Winter. And Nathan Gamble and Winter genuinely have that bond. I am convinced of it. When Nathan is talking to Winter, it's so tender and so genuine, and Winter responds directly to Nathan. That's absolute gold. I wanted Cozy in this film playing Hazel. Because I raised a daughter, I really wanted her to be speaking to what it means for a child to grow up. And as she's 15, and now she's beginning to maybe even rebel a little against her father and stand up for herself and have her own ideas. And Cozy brings that beautifully to it. As an actress, she's very, very nuanced. She's very focused. You can turn the camera on and you know you're going to get something wonderful from Cozy Zuhlsdorf. She's a remarkable talent.